Hello, guys, welcome. So, there seems to be a little bit of trouble in the paradise of Yul Edochie and Judy Austin. You know that for a few weeks now they've been together, and it's looking like Judy has the husband that she wants, and Yul is with his, wife. But at this point, it seems like Judy Austin's first husband or ex-husband is not having it. He's coming out to talk about what happened between he and Judy Austin and what he wants from Judy Austin moving forward. So now the story is that Judy Austin and Mr. Obasi in this case got married years ago, and in 2007 they had a first child. In 2009 they had their second child. At this point, her then husband wanted her to learn a trade, but she didn't want to. She wanted to go back to school because when she got married at that time, she was 19, so she needed to go back to school. As her husband, what did he do? He paid for her to write JAMB, and she took JAMB. But since her grades were not high enough to get into the university, she had to go to IMT. He paid for her to get into IMT, and after a while, she stopped and wanted to go to the university. He spent money again, and to train her in the university. Finally, she was in the university, and maybe at the time, her husband thought that the issues had reduced. But few years into university, she, in 2012, met Yul Edochie, and at that point, started dating him according to her husband. And after a while, she was in 200 level then in the university, and asked her husband that she wanted them to move to Enugu. At the time, they were living in Onitsha, and the husband was like, "Why do we have to move to Enugu?" According to the husband, he had spent so much money paying school fees and getting her into school. Why do they have to move to Enugu? And Judy Austin at that time told him that if he doesn't pay for them to her rent in Enugu and all that, she was going to leave him. True to what she said, in December of that same year, her then husband asked her to, accompany him to the village for Christmas celebration, and she refused to go. When he traveled, he came back home to see an empty house. According to him, people said that Yul Edochie came, to the house, and Judy and the children, with the children, entered the car with him. Then another truck emptied the house of, stuff that were in the house, and they drove off together. According to sources, Mr. Bassi reported this incident to Judy Austin's family, but some families, according to him, they don't have a lot of control over their daughter, so they could do little or nothing. Now, according to Mr. Bassi, one of the issues that he has is not even about Judy and your being together, is the fact that he said since you paid bride price for Judy or on Judy's head, that since Judy became Yul Edochie's wife, Judy cut him off from seeing his children. You guys know that this has been months right now, right? So Judy has cut him off from seeing his children. Prior to that, he had been responsible for his children and he had been taking care of them. But since Judy got married to you, he can't see his children. He doesn't have access to them. That what he just wants right now is to be able to see his children. That after everything that he went through with Judy, he picked up his broken pieces, he moved on, and that he knows that youth is more influential and more connected than he is. But he wants the court and the Nigerian public to help him, get access to his children, be able to take care of his children, considering that they are his blood. The story has it that on Friday, before the Sunday that Yul Edochie came to pay Judy Austin's bride price, Judy Austin's family called Mr. Obasi, to tell him that somebody wants to marry their daughter and that they needed to return bride price. So, but in that whole story, I'm sure that they returned the bride price because I don't know. It's not, it's only in Africa, it's only the men that can acquire wives. I don't think there's any possibility that Yul Edochie would have been able to pay a bride price on top an existing bride price. You get what I'm saying? So before Judy Edochie would have paid Judy Austin's bride price. That means they had to return to Mr. Bassi, which is why I think they called him. But I don't think they went into all that details in the story. But what I'm saying is that with all this thing going on, that means Judy Austin was first married, started cheating on her husband with Yul Edochie in the marriage, left him for Yul Edochie according to the details from the blog and also from the husband, her first husband, Mr. Bassi. But from everything that we have here, all the details that we have, I don't think the marriage is much of an issue for Mr. Bassi as much as taking care of his children or being responsible for his children is a problem. Now, a child that was born around 2012 is around 10 years now. So I don't know why Judy Austin will want to take a child that big and not want their parents or their father to have access to them. I don't know. I think that I don't know if you, Ledoche, too, wants to have all that responsibility. He has four with me. He has five now. That's star. So six, seven, seven whole children. If Judy is taking them that she wants to raise them, maybe she feels like she has money to raise them. You can do that, but don't do that without giving children access to their father. There's no amount of money that you have, as long as their father was not toxic or was not bad to them, was not mean to them, then they have every right to see their father. And like I think what Mr. Bassi said, or what he is saying, is that he wants to have access to his children. And I just feel always bad every time I see Nigerian parents struggling for their children. And I'm always wondering, all this welfare, all this court, what happens? I don't think people have to take children from the other parents without any candid reason. If there's any reason why the court has said rather that Mr. Obasi is not fit to father or to be a father, like physically, to these children at this point, then it's different. But it's not like you just feel like, oh, you have more money or you have more connection and anything, you can take somebody's child from them. This is Judy Austin's ex-husband's side of the story. We hope that we hear Judy Austin's side of the story sometime. And the side of the story I want to hear is not the side where she was following May Edochie's husband, or her and May Edochie's husband were doing themselves anyhow in Enugu. That's not the side of the story, because that side is wrong on all levels. But I'm talking about the part where she's not wanting to give her husband his children, or give him access to his children after she has remarried you. And I also just feel like, I don't know how you literally feels with this whole back and forth. This, you had a good marriage, you had a peaceful marriage, nobody heard your name for any negative thing. You were a respected actor, and all of a sudden you just went downhill from somebody who was so respected to someone who's another man is coming to say you were with my wife when we were married. That's something. That's another level of low. Let me know your thoughts are in the comment section. Is the Rose Run. I thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, you know what to do. Like it. Turn on the bell. Please subscribe. Follow us on our Facebook page. I will see you in my next video. Bye.